And good morning, everyone, and welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, and prop firm trading, and making money doing all those things. Here we have the well, first let's get into the first disclaimer screen because I live in the United States, and this is what we do. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration at this time. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And I've done all these things before, and it is highly undesirable, so we're not going to do that. So here we are with some things today. This is Bitcoin. We're going to take a brief look at Bitcoin. I thought about shorting it around 82,000, and I didn't do it because it perked up about 2,000 yesterday because I noticed this area of support over here. Now, the next area down is going to be down here at 71, so that might be a good time to get into it if it breaks this wick right here at 84.18, or entry may actually be 77.5. So we're at somewhere around there. Let's see if it's going to let go of this area. Oh well, enough of that. Let's go into the what I do. So that's just merely a side note of what's going on with the markets today. Here we have the dollar index. Dollar index, that's the weekly. We don't want the weekly chart. We want the daily chart because we're much more familiar with the dollar index, and this is what it looks like. We have a couple of dojis right there side by side. Which means it's not really going anywhere, just bouncing up and down and staying at the same spot at 100.19. That could be a good consolidation area. So we could see some stabilization in the dollar, which means that we could see higher highs coming. And conversely, we could see lower lows, depending on what happens with that. And then we have with the, what else we got going on here? Let me hold on just a second. All right, I also had to adjust the lighting a little bit. So here we are. Here's the dollar versus the euro versus the dollar. It is on the daily level. It's kind of also doing a little bit of consolidation, but it's seeking lower lows and lower highs. So that trend could continue. Probably see it around 115. That's going to be the make or break point. See if it goes further south to 114. After 114, there's not a whole lot going on down here. So we would have to go back to the weeklies to see where the next drop-off is going to be for that. So 115 is the make or break point on the downside. And after that, we're looking at, that's 114 and a half. And then below that, key support's going to be about 114. There's kind of increments like that, doesn't it? 50 pip increments, and then after that it's way down here like 111, 112, and that would be a historic move. Well, it would be a fine move to get on board. So maybe watching that. See if the dollar the euro versus the dollar maybe headed lower. Bollinger Bands. It's amazing how there's not a whole lot of trading going on last week, comparatively to the gold run maybe. Look at that big pullback right there. So there's talk of intervention on the Bank of Japan's part, and that has hurt this trade. I'm not hurt of it. However, well, maybe I am. Let's see. It's wrong account. Pull it over here and see what's going on. Put it in the right account because that does not have an active trade in it. That's my live account. And with that, I don't have any stop losses on this trade right now because I forgot to set them, and I just decided to leave them off, see what happens. So that's not necessarily a good move. I don't recommend doing that at all. However, we're going to be looking at when to put in a stop loss, probably around 77. That's where I'll put it down. Be about a $2,000 loss. Yeah, if not, if it doesn't do it right, because we have these yellow and the blue line has crossed, which is indicating it is heading down. So we may want to consider that. I don't have that on this one, do I? No, I don't. So with that, we have the dollar versus the yen, a little bit of a pullback, 50 pips or so. Yeah, 60 pips, not a lot to worry about with the dollar yen. Let's see what's going on here. We have the pound versus the dollar. Pound versus the dollar is kind of making a little bit of a comeback here, which is a little bit different from the euro versus the dollar. So we're seeing a lot more euro strength. I bet you can really see it here. No, not really. Same pullback with the pound versus the yen. So that was happening on Friday's trading. It's did not work to my favor yesterday, but some days it has. That's looking like a double top formation, but we don't have that formation yet. We'll probably have to get a close right at about 114.11 for that to happen. Right now the close is at 114.02. Pardon me, 141.02. So we're about I don't know, 2 pips away from a possible double top formation. We wouldn't find out until it came down to here and then kept going, and then you could call it a double top long after the event. CAD versus the yen. Ooh, look at that big pullback in the CAD versus the yen. About 200 pips. Look at that. So that's kind of falling off. See what the oil trade is doing right now. Or the oil is doing too, and it's also falling off and getting into a breaking structure of a bearish breaking structure on oil. Not necessarily a bad thing, bad for the oil industry, but not bad for the consumer. Aussie versus the dollar right here. Again, falling off a little bit. Not really looking for finding a lot of support right here at this key support area, because it says key support area right there. So that should be perking up a little bit more. And then lastly, we have gold. Gold not really doing anything, just meandering around the 4,000 area, between 4,000 and 4,100. That's fine. It's consolidating. Some say it's coiling. Some say it's forming a wedge. That could be a falling wedge. If it's a falling wedge, then look out below. Be similar to Bitcoin's collapse. It was we moved away from risk off to into risk on. More money growing into equities and less money going into things that aren't supposed to go anywhere. And silver, the same thing would happen here. If we do in fact have a coiling event taking place, then again, this is where we have higher highs, higher lows here, indicating that we could have a bullish run on that. And it's probably the same thing on gold. Yeah, a little bit. Have to fudge a little bit, but yeah, higher highs there on the bottom too, or higher lows rather, which would ultimately give into in theory, it's going to take off to the bull side. With that, that's all I got for today. It's Saturday. You guys have a great one. Not going anywhere today except to the job, so we're not going to do any shorts today. I might do one later when I get home. Who knows? And we'll go from there. So you guys have a great one. If you like this video, then hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos or want to know when they're coming out, then by all means hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you have any comments, just go ahead and throw a comment in there, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. You guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.